What do you think most people focus on in their lives most of the time? Do you think they focus on what they have or what's missing? What do you think? Let's make it personal. What do you focus on? What if I told you your answer to that question, more than you could ever imagine, would get to the root of how much you wrestle or struggle with anxiety? Where gratitude decreases, anxiety increases. And that's why some of the least grateful people are often the most anxious. But the opposite is true, and this is the hope for many of us, that where gratitude increases, anxiety decreases. It runs. More importantly, gratitude allows you not to miss the big things in life. You have a God who loves you. He sent his son Jesus to die for you, to save you. And it doesn't, you don't have to be good enough to be saved. Like, how good is that? We should be wrecked by the gospel all the time. Every morning we should wake up just wrecked by the fact that God would save a sinner like me. And I have met so many people that have put this in place, a system to be grateful, a gratitude journal per se, and they would say it's changed their lives. In fact, I just want you to see a few of them from our church right now.
What I have found, there's going to be different seasons. There's going to be different hard in life. But I have found that when I go to write that, it's simple. But when I go to write it, if I'm struggling and something doesn't immediately come to mind, that might be my smoke alarm. That I need to maybe dig a little deeper. Maybe stop those anxious thoughts before I start spiraling.
Practicing gratitude has really made me a happier person in general. It's made me get a much more positive outlook on things. Taking a moment, like just pausing, like kind of like stop and smell the roses, like that sort of thing. It just helps me have a more positive outlook and like be more excited for what I'm about to do. It helps me take my focus off of the negativity and really like be more thankful for everything around me, which in turn helps me talk to God more.
I think when I started, I used it just because I knew it would lessen my stress. I didn't even care about being grateful. I was just like, oh, this is so much pressure. Like, how can I alleviate it? I would cut out photos and put them in journals of things every time God would come through in my life with a job or with something really cool in the family, or, you know, I was super stressed. I couldn't sleep one night and I wake up to a text of like a new gig or a new buyer. I would screenshot that because I know I'm gonna need it later. And then through the years of just seeing a pattern of God always coming through, gratitude started to actually like work on me, I feel like. And so a lot of the things I've been grateful for, it's like time with friends, it's, you know, being able to go out for a run. And so a lot of the images that I'm putting are just things that I capture throughout the day to remind myself like how blessed I am that I get to like do art, even if finances are tight one year or whatever it is, I'm still living my dream.
So I'm gonna challenge you to create some sort of gratitude journal between now and Easter. That's 3 weeks. And you just watch God begin to transform your life. What are you refusing to let God give you the strength and the power by His Holy Spirit to begin to let gratitude boil up in your life instead of just focusing on what you don't have? Gratitude is the antidote to anxiety. Why? Number one, a state of gratitude and anxiety cannot coexist in the mind. It's impossible. Number two, gratitude changes your focus from what you lack to what you have, which is what we all need in today's world. And lastly, do you know you don't need good circumstances to be grateful? You don't need good circumstances to be grateful. You can be grateful in all circumstances. Now listen, that list will do you nothing if you do nothing with it.